Hey friends, KT here in my new workshop. Sorry for the incessant buzzing. The fluorescent lights in here all need new ballasts, and I have not gotten around to that yet, but I wanted to go ahead and start to experiment with taking video in this space. We'll be upgrading the lighting situation at some point, but by taking some video and sharing some stuff with y'all, I can start to figure that stuff out. What we have here is a Jamar toy piano that I picked up at it's a Jamar toy piano that I picked up at a, not quite a thrift store, it's sort of a reuse store, but it's part thrift store, in town, next to my trusted, also Jamar toy piano. This one I've installed a pickup inside, and we can actually look inside this real quick. I've replaced the nails on the tops. These come nailed shut. I've replaced the nails with screws. So this is much easier to open up than they typically are stock. Mine is a somewhat later model than the new one that we just got. You can tell that because it's got the newer logo on it, and because it has laminated particle board top and back. This is all thin plywood instead of the particle board. Inside you can see the hammers. This is pretty well worn. You can see my pickup and my tinfoil shielding, which has done quite well for me over the years. Taking this on the road and doing a lot with it. When you play it, the hammers move. Great instrument. It's treated me super well. We're going to open this one up and figure out why it doesn't play at all. I have a pretty solid guess right off the bat. If you look at the back here, you'll see that there's some woolly fuzziness sticking out the back of the instrument, and I have a feeling that somebody did not like the sound of the toy piano in their house and decided to do something about it without actually breaking or modifying it too much. I have a feeling that they may have attempted to unscrew the back instead of prying the top off. But we're going to pry the top off, which is nailed in right here, which shouldn't be too difficult because actually, on second thought, it looks like that has been done before. I probably won't bother to replace the nails on this one with screws for the time being. I only really did it on the other one for the sake of being able to repair and mic it. And indeed, there is a ton of fluff and filler in here. And so hopefully, my goodness, okay. Hopefully we can just pull this out. And it looks like this is really just a clean... This smells fresh. Someone did this on a farm. I think there's also some like rodent poop in here maybe? Alright. Yikes. Alright, so this panel usually, there we go, slides right out. Alright. The keys themselves simply lift out. And they're all actually interchangeable, so they can just kind of come out wholesale. These will all get cleaned before they get put back in. I'm going to just shop back up all this stuff at this point because I was kind of hoping to be like, oh look, I found a big wad of nice wool, and my partner can spin it, and we can make something out of it. No, this is garbage that was just stuffed in here to stop it from making noise. But before we can find out how this thing sounds, we're going to have to clean this mess up. Oh! There's also, what is this, like a Canadian, yeah, Elizabeth II, 10 cents, Canadian dime. We're already making money. Check that out. Alright. Let's get the shop back. Okay, now I think we're actually going to want to pull the tine bar off of this as well. It's pretty oxidized. It's definitely more rusted than most of these ones that I've seen. Part of that is because I've moved from California to the East Coast, and there's definitely a much higher humidity level here, and things just tend to do that in general. I probably am not going to try to do anything to protect it from that oxidation. This is already potentially as much as 100 years of oxidation. So another 100 years, I guess, will make it inoperable. I think that that's a pretty good run. I'm not super worried about that for the time being. And anything that I did to protect this from rusting further would probably change the sound of it anyway. So even if I found that this thing was the best sounding toy piano I've ever had, it wouldn't be anymore if I tried to fix that problem. So, kind of is what it is. Now, luckily, I've had my tetanus shot, so we should be okay here. Oops. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of this stuff kind of stuck. Yeah. There we go. So there's the magic. This is what actually makes the sounds. The hammers hit those as if they were the strings of a traditional piano. This is kind of a mess. I don't know what happened here. Hang on, I need to shop vac this again a little bit. Alright. So, that's a cool noise. There is a significant issue here. The back plate, which is effectively the soundboard of the toy piano, is not attached, really. It's ripped completely out of its staples up here. This thing smells like a farm because of the basically raw wool that was used to stuff it. I'm going to pull this staple out. Farewell. There is a nail that was used in an attempt to reattach it. I think I may just get the heaviest. I think I'm going to pull that nail out too. It's just kind of rusted and bent. It never really did the job. Come on now. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh. Thought it was a screw for a second. No, it's a nail. It's just, the top is scratched. Looked like it had a line on it. Haha. Get out of there. Alright. Now, to replace this, I think we just want to put a better nail in it. Right, because this has been hacked at so much, I'm going to go with kind of a large-headed, what is this, like a, not quite a roofing nail, I don't know. But there's already a giant hole here, so this should hold the thing down. Kind of has to go in at a little bit of an angle by necessity. But there we go, that feels nice and solid. Okay. I'm going to wipe this thing down a little bit, and then we'll wipe down the keys, and then we'll kind of put it all back together and see what it sounds like. Alright, welcome back. After a costume change to my delightful Cat Girl Next Door t-shirt, check it out wherever Cat Girl Next Door live streams are streamed. And a decent amount of cleaning, not to mention some Nerf games and some other things that happened during that time. We're back and ready to reassemble this. I cleaned all the keys. They're here grouped by pitch with all the black keys, which are all the same. We can talk about the mechanics of this a little bit. Each of these keys is a simple lever action where when you press down on the key, it presses up on this, which hits this bar back here and makes the hammer go up, which then strikes the tine. They're all the same except for the shape of the key end, depending on pitch. Except for this key, which is the X key, which is the final key up there. And you can tell by the key count, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the X, that it's the same key layout as this later Jamar. So we're going to be starting with C and building out all the way across. So that is the next thing to do. Push that aside. Get this buddy in here. So we're going to go A, B, C. And then just sit here on this track and they tuck under. So you have to tuck the hammer underneath this bar. There's also one other thing I should say. This bar is usually felted, and the felt here has clearly worn away on this particular one. I'm gonna try leaving it unfelted. In this one, in my current good one, I've put extra felt in to really dampen the click-clack sounds. But since I already have one that sounds very clean like that, I'm going to try leaving this one with the click-clacks in and see if it offers anything interesting sounding or if it just winds up being super annoying. We'll see. So we're going to go... actually, you know what? If I remember correctly, I haven't done this in a minute. Yeah, no, I can just go ahead and put the black keys in as I go. There's C, C sharp, D... D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. Okay. And then a G sharp. Again, all the black keys are exactly identical. So, I hope that the new lighting is also an improvement. Having recently moved into this studio, it had fluorescents in it, which have been here for quite a while, and I figured, I can be lazy for this kind of casual video, and I'll just use those. And I listened back to the footage from the first half, and yeah, no. So, thank you for lasting through that portion of the video. We won't be going back to that. Since then, I have already dismantled those lights completely, and I'm going to be looking for a replacement. But we're kind of back to, those of you who are familiar with my live stream setup will probably recognize this light look, which is more or less the same A sharp, the same modified work light setup that I've used to do my lighting in the past. All right, so now we've got C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and our X key, which is going to be an F on this piano. Get some fluff off of there. Okay, good action. Now we're gonna get the tines. I'm gonna slide in here. I'm gonna run this bolt through the back. Once we get this lined up. Where is the frickin' thing? There it is. Ha! Okay. Just both of those. And then we're going to put the rusty little nut, and there's a lock washer and a rather corroded nut. Do that on the other side. Good, good, good. Let me see if I have I should have a quick tool. I don't know what size these are. That did the trick. Alright, and we have sound. Sounds quite nice, and comparatively, so as opposed to my much I like this because it's got a little bit more harmonic content to it. This is a little bit more of a warbly, out of pitch sound. I don't know if that has to do with the corrosion or because of the age of manufacturer, but it is definitely distinctly different in sound from my newer model. I would guess this is 60s, just based on the type of plastic and the logo styling. It's hard to say exactly without more information, which I did not take the time to look up before I started making this video. Partly because we don't have the internet at our house currently. So let's get this back in here. Made in USA, patent 2,641,135. Cool patent, bro. Let's see here. Let's throw this guy back on. Here's a cool noise. Yeah. So, we can put this back on too. Oh, I took my little screwdriver away. Ooh, we're gonna have to do it the slow way. I guess I could go get the screwdriver, but I don't know. Laziness comes in many forms, doesn't it? Sometimes it means doing things the hard way because you don't want to go get a tool. But Ta-da! Alright. So let's see. Thanks so much for watching. This was my first shot doing one of these workshop videos for music stuff. If you think this was interesting, or if you think it wasn't, please let me know. Go ahead and thumbs up or thumbs down and leave a comment. I'm definitely going to be doing more videos soon. I'm kind of catching up after the big move. We've had no internet. We're just getting internet back. I'm going to be streaming again, and I'm going to be making more videos. I'm going to do some performances of songs out in the woods that we have here. Should be really, really nice. I'm going to try and play both like guitar stuff and Uns Martineau stuff out there, and it should be really cool. So throw a subscription on if you would be so kind, and I will see you around. Thank you so much.